What's up guys, and welcome to part 2 of my Las Vegas house hunting search. If you haven't seen part 1, you can click the link in my description and you can see everything that led up to me coming to Vegas and even some of the properties I've already seen. If you're coming back for part 2, let's do it. For day 2, I decided to check out a neighboring city called Henderson. Before we start our adventure, it's important I lather up in 9,000 pounds of sunscreen. I didn't realize I sprayed so much until I'm editing this and watching it back. But my skin and my mother would be thanking me for this. So, let's carry on. We are sunscreened up. My white ass ain't getting burned today. Okay, let's talk about today. This morning I'm heading to Henderson. This is rated one of the safest areas in all of the United States. It's very family. It's very suburbia. To my understanding, not a lot of young people go here unless you got a family. But in Henderson is a area called Lake Las Vegas. Apparently it doesn't look like something that would be in Vegas. It's like an oasis. I want to see that. Driving through Henderson, it's no surprise that this is one of the safest neighborhoods. I just don't see a reason why you would need to come out here. It seemed very low key. Until of course, I reached Lake Las Vegas. This place was so weird. It was like this oasis of just super green. It was a pretty big area with lots of homes, but I only saw like 6 people on the roads. And then I arrived at this Italian-themed town. I can't explain it, guys. It's super weird, but so beautiful. I walked through hallways. I didn't see anybody. I went through the actual town. I didn't see anybody, but it was so nice. It looked like Positano or something. One of the very few people I saw was this guy cutting grass. They had everything. They had Italian fountains, they had these beautiful flowers, and off in the distance, I started to hear this cafe music. And when I turned the corner, it was the most Instagram Italian cafe I've ever seen in my entire life. It was so weird. The whole place was like abandoned except for this one cafe that was so picturesque. So I sat outside and I ordered some waffles, which they had gold utensils. It was like an influencer's wet dream. Of course, I took a few pictures. Okay, maybe more than a few. I couldn't resist. Okay, it was so damn nice. And once I left that slice of heaven, I was brought back to reality. This place had for lease, available, open, rent now signs everywhere. And from my understanding, when COVID hit, it actually knocked a lot of these businesses out. Very detailed, and it actually feels like you're in Italy. They had these cafes by the water which were shut. They had restaurants, and they even had this bridge that matches the one in Florence. And here's a moment I'll regret. They even had this inflatable obstacle course on the water, which I wanted to do, but if somebody were to come to town and see that I was the only guy there, they'd be like, why is he doing that? This place is probably so expensive. You can get a condo for $179,000. A condo bigger than mine here in Toronto for less than $300,000. So this is Lake Las Vegas. Super nice. Everything is affordable. It's not realistic for me. This is like a resort town. If I'm moving my life to somewhere like Nevada or Las Vegas, I'm not gonna come to a town like this. Like, I need to be near shops. Like, it has shops here, but not like a Michael's. So I just stopped out here because this is as far east as you can go without actually leaving the Las Vegas area. Even though this isn't Las Vegas, this is Henderson. I mean, it's charming. You can get Italian living in the Las Vegas area. So you don't even have to go to Italy to essentially, I don't know, get somewhat of an architectural vibe. You're not gonna get like the people, but it's gonna be a weird contrast because we are going from a place like Lake Las Vegas, which has this nice aesthetic, and we're actually gonna now drive up the east side of Las Vegas because we're already east. I'm told to avoid those areas, north and east. I still want to see what that side is. I don't want to be like oblivious to maybe the rougher side of Vegas. So I think we should check it out. We're in East Las Vegas, definitely rough, like night and day. Everybody said avoid East Vegas. It's just not a place that I would feel safe living, that's for sure. sure. Guys, I'm trying to turn around. I pull into this lot and it's a jail. I'm trying to get to North Vegas. I think we're in North Vegas, but there's apparently a lot of military in North Vegas because there's a base there. Guys, check this out. I'm heading towards Area 51. Everything beyond North Vegas is classified as Area 51 and you can't actually go there. That's wild. I want to see how close we can get. Area 51. That's wild. It's so windy. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me. Everything on the other side of that mountain range right there is Area 51. So this is as close as I can get. That was so unexpected. Guys, this is probably as close as I'm ever gonna be to aliens. I find Area 51 to be so weird. I wanna know so badly what's in there. Like, I know they say aliens, but like, do we have any sort of confirmation? The Las Vegas Motor Speedway is here, so NASCAR. Just over here. I gotta get back to like city and civilization. We are like so far from all that. Now, one of the creepiest things when I was leaving that place, I was actually followed by a National Guard truck. This thing was security for Area 51, and they followed me for about 20 minutes until I was far enough away. Basically, they don't mess around when it comes to whatever's in Area 51. So after that experience, I went right back to my hotel, and I actually had a really fun time that night.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
I met up with this newlywed couple that were on their honeymoon in Vegas, named Andrew and Leah. They invited me out for some drinks. I obviously said yeah, and it was so much fun.
That's a Canadian.
We bar hopped to a bunch of different bars, we gambled, and as a wedding gift, I decided to bring them to the Neon Lights Museum. To be honest, I could have done with a few less shots, but you're about to see that the next morning.
Okay. Morning, it's Saturday. It is my last full day here in Vegas. My head's a little heavy today just because I went out last night. It was super fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. There was a couple here that just got married and they invited me out. They were on their honeymoon. So today we're going back to Summerlin and we're doing, I think, Enterprise as well this morning. We're gonna see at least two properties, maybe more. Crazy, every morning I gotta walk through the casino. There's people hacking darts at like 9 in the morning. I don't know how they do it. They just go hard. Bally's must go through so many gates. They fixed it yesterday and it's smashed again this morning. How are people doing it? They're drinking Coronas and it's 9 in the morning. It's like rules don't apply. Social rules just don't apply in Vegas. I think that's what I like. It's like, you want to have a beer at 9 in the morning? Have a beer at 9 in the morning. So I've got about an hour before I see one of the homes with Valentina, the real estate agent. Seeing property is such a tricky thing because some people require like you can't book anything, where others are like, oh, you have to book things. It's kind of just a crapshoot when you get down here what you can and can't see.
Then it was time for our house showing. This corner lot, which was between Enterprise and Summerlin. When you walk in, you enter at this foyer where you can go up or down. When you go down, you've got this living room, entertaining area, and following through to the back corner, you got the master bedroom. It's a big room, although there was no door in the bathroom, which for a guy that values that bathroom time, I didn't really like that. Although I'm living alone, so it doesn't really matter. There, I said it, okay? When you go through the bathroom, there's a massive walk-in closet. Coming around underneath the stairs, there's this really big storage room. Now, every house has to legally have one creepy room. This would be that. Great for storage. Or I can make it Charlie's World, which would be awesome. Coming around down the hallway on the left, you got the 2-car garage, which is great, enough space. At the end of the hallway, you've got the laundry room, which again was pretty large. Coming out of there, you got a bathroom on the left of that. And that concludes the downstairs of this house. This is what happens when you come upstairs. You got the living room, dining room, and kitchen. Sort of mimicking downstairs a bit, which was a little bit weird. Coming around, you got this one room, which could be a guest bedroom, or in this case, they're using it as an office. You got another storage closet, a bathroom with 2 sinks, and at the end of the hallway, you have 2 guest rooms that are equal in size.
Okay, recap time. Didn't like it. I thought the flow of that house was completely whack. You walk in the front door, you can go upstairs to a living room, there's the kitchen, and then there's 2 guest rooms up there, and then you got to go back down, and the master's in the bottom floor, and that's it. There's no other rooms down there other than the master and then the living room. Didn't make any sense to me. We're in South Las Vegas. This is a master plan area. You're gonna pay HOA, and then on top of that, you got to pay into this master plan, which goes towards the entire community. So the tree-lined streets, the upkeep of just everything. So there's an additional fee for that. It's just too suburban for me. It's not what I'm looking for. The second property I was gonna see today, it turned out we don't need to see it. It's too far northwest. So I've got the entire day. It's my last day in Vegas. It would be nice to get a hike in, but I didn't bring any shorts. So I might have to go buy some shorts.
And buying shorts is exactly what I did. I actually bought an entire hiking outfit and drove right into Red Rock Canyon. This place was insane.
So I went to Bass Pro Shop. I bought a whole hiking outfit, like the shoes and everything. There's signs coming into this park that say, do not feed the wild horses or burros. I don't know what the hell a burro is, but it sounds creepy as shit. So I'm keeping my eyes open for any burros. I grew up and my favorite show was Coyote and Roadrunner. And this is where all of that sort of Coyote and Roadrunner stuff would take place, which is cool. So if we're lucky, if we're quiet enough, maybe we'll see him. This is less than 30 minutes from the homes I've shown you in this video that are in Enterprise. This is what it backs onto. Every hiker walk by is like, hey, how you doing? Good, good. I'm like, man, what's in that trail mix? Downtown Las Vegas. So you can see how close it is. Las Vegas is so underrated. Las Vegas is more than just the strip. You can actually see the strip now. I could see my hotel from here. It's such a high tourist population that people don't even consider potentially living in a place like this. It's super affordable. And if you like hiking, you like rock climbing, like, come on. It just keeps getting better. Look at this. It's like now we're sort of now, we were up on a hill before, now we're at the bottom of like the canyon. I've got no idea where this hike actually goes. I'm heading back now. I'm getting a little lightheaded. There was a movie years ago called The Hills Have Eyes, and it's kind of giving me those vibes where there's like a truck stop, their car breaks down, and all of a sudden these like inbred people, they started looking over the mountain cliffs and they came down and started like killing them and stuff. Very much like this. I think for sure if I move here, I'll do a lot more hiking. But my thoughts on Vegas are I love it. I love it more than I ever thought I was gonna like it. This city was never on my radar until San Diego got obviously way too expensive. It is 4:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. I'm off to Austin now. I didn't like video this morning, so I wanted to get out, not like get stuck. I'm gonna miss Vegas. It was such a fun time. I really enjoyed this city. I have to keep my mind open for Austin. I don't want to just totally write off Austin yet. It may not even be Vegas. You know, when I get back to Toronto, I have to also look at properties there because that's another option. For my experience here in Vegas, I achieved what I wanted to achieve, which was look at properties, learn the area, and experience a city that is like not on the strip. Yeah, it was fun. I look forward to Texas, being back there. It's been a while. When we get back to Toronto, we'll have some work to do. That's it for this video for Vegas. The next one is going to start when I get to Austin. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoyed Vegas, if you have any questions. All right, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. See you guys later.